Okay, hello. Hope you're all doing good. Should be good to go. Okay, so finally, I'm going to try to play on 8 on Fox on the longer games today. So, yeah, nice to be back to 8 on here. And just let me start with the ads first here on Twitch. So, yeah, probably play 2 games, we'll see. Something like that, 2 longer games. In the meantime, I might just start a bit of warm-up here. So we're gonna switch to weiqi 101. If you don't know, just put the link in the chat here. It's a site you have kind of problems you can solve all for free. So you can go there. If you don't know this, you can take a look. There's problems of any level. And yeah, I'm gonna use this to just forming up here. And let me just go to 4Q. Let's go. Okay, so that one should be to play this here, play here, let white take, and then you can have this mi AB point to basically cut here or here. And this one, white is dead. Okay, that seems to be probably cut. If white takes this way, you can Atari and then Hane. If connect here, simply extend and it's dead on the side. And have I missed this move? Should be fine, you can play here. Block. Wait a minute. Okay, play here and you throw in. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Yeah, I could put in for favorite. That moves at the end. That was interesting response from white here. And then you throw in. So that one after takes, you can take again. And it's gonna be AB point with this and here. So this you can take this eye this way. And yeah, if you don't take like this one, you can even take. But even if it's Liberty is open here, you can still connect and it's dead. So okay, interesting. Let me just go this way. So white Tetsuji should connect this, so the outside is a bit weak. I think it's this one, because if you play here, black and Atari and then push through. So this is the only way to go on the outside. If cut, you can Atari, black cannot connect, you take. So this at the end, this won't work because here take, this one take here. Let's go next. This one a bit confused here. You should try to increase space, but then I don't know how to. Probably block this way, it's the only thing. Then attach, you play this way. But this will be alive, because this at the end, even if white connects, you can take this, and this is a shape that is alive. Primitive attach, you block, and then this. Yeah, you can simply play this one and Atari still. There's one Liberty open, so it's alive this way. Good to go. Okay, it should be descent, take, you Atari from here. White cannot connect, you take. And if not, you take these two. White cannot block or play anything right here. And this is false eye at the end right here, so that one, it's only one eye as white. Okay, seems like here we need to reduce in one eye in center and then go back. So it's probably here and then turn. Block, you cut, take, you cut again. You can take these two stones. So this is kind of a common thing. Maybe not too practical, but happens in Sumego. So you can play here. And with this you can cut again. So some problems you need to imagine what happens after the stones get taken. So here you go. So this should be just capturing race problem. So it has 6 liberties. You need to increase as much as you can. And usually this shape, you can remember, like turning here is a good move. Let white play here, and then you can just simply go fill the liberties, because white basically needs to kind of spend one more move, kind of thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you already won the race just this way. So this is if you know or not, like this kind of sequence here. At the end it's gonna be something like this, and white cannot push because you take. And this you cannot push from here, you take, so it extends one liberty for black, and then you can win this way. You need to take this eye here, so you need to play this one. Maybe here white can block. So we need to do something different. Oh, maybe just simply going back here. Yeah, should be this. And then you can wedge. Yeah, because this one white can block and it cannot cut. Take. So just simply going back. And this one you play here. This one simply bump. So don't Atari, because now cannot connect. Welcome. Nice to see you, Baduk. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, so I put these kind of 2 links just to try. Yeah, it would be probably nice to kind of work on some series so that people starting playing are kind of in a better shape. If you know somewhat better sites, I would be wanting to, yeah, here. Maybe Go Magic kind of video series on YouTube could be good. Thought about it. Okay, so here, attach this one, connect this way. Don't have enough space. Yeah, I think it's... have I been to... Yeah, you can play here. Wait a minute, maybe I should go for this one and connect block here. But I should have read this one first before playing, so don't be in this kind of trap. Try to read it out, everything, before you play it out, if you play on the side like this. So usually this kind of shape like here is the key point. So take, you just take this one stone, you can keep the eye here. If go away, you can keep this. And then if you can take these 2 should be good. Kosumi, Atari here. Yeah, seems okay. Down doesn't matter because you can connect here and cut and then Hane. So if we go back this way, if Hane can just simply take this as alive. If this one you turn, that one you can play here, and then white cannot save this, so it's okay. And yeah, I was thinking like what type of wrong moves you could think about. Maybe here. So that one, white could try to do this, and if you turn, at the end, black cannot push from both sides, so this is dead. Because here you have this, here you have this. So, yeah, let's go next. Gonna try to do until we fail. Seems like extend here, but maybe I'm wrong. Like push, attach, but then block. Yeah, I think this is fine. You have like 4 in line here. It's alive, the shape you can remember. And yeah, if white hasn't got any moves, so I think that might be kind of a bit tricky, but here you can just take. So the idea is you cannot block because white can take, but after take this one you can still block from here. This is completely alive. White cannot try to like capture this black stone, this is why. And anytime that white connects you can just take, and if this you just take these stones if you need, but you don't need, so it's just alive this way. Okay, so this shape to take an eye, usually it's this. But okay, maybe a bit. So this connect, cut here, take. How do you take this eye right here? Maybe simply cut. And you play here, and this one connects, yeah. So if you block, then you can simply cut here, so this way you can kind of reduce in one eye on this side of the board. As white, you're kind of forced to play this, but if you cut straight away, white can live because you cannot push, white can take. So that's kind of the trick you need to be careful about. So play this cut first here and then cut. So if you start from here, white will connect, and you need to play here because this is just alive. And after this one, there's no good way to take the eye on the bottom side. Because this simply, yeah, even playing this one should be okay. Yeah. Good. Good, good, good. This, we need to take away white blocks and then throw in here. If take, you attach, connect, this is dead. If this, you can throw in here, sack in 2 stones, kill the eye here, so should be good. It's kind of straightforward once you can see this. I think it should be something around here. So if connect, it's like what? 4 liberties? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we win. And if block from here, take, 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 and then this one you can still, yeah, so it should be this one. So if connect, you can simply fill the liberties like this, and black wins the race. If you play here, I mean, maybe you could start from this side first. And then when white tries to fill the liberty, then you take, and then play this one. White can never fill here, because you can just take everything, so. Yeah, that's a kind of good practical move. You can try to remember, capturing race stuff are a bit tricky. You need to also know a bit of this kind of stuff. So attaching, making this shape, if you can see that this is increasing liberties, and if connecting here, you can see it's like decreasing for whites. So yeah. Okay, nice. Next, okay, so you have one half eye there. We need to make nice center there. It's gonna be like stuff at Q17 and then maybe core. But we should try to live. Maybe this, and then if white plays this one, simply honey and then make an eye. If you play here, yeah, it should be this one. So the trick here is if you play something like this, because let's say want to increase space, there's this throw-in move. And after that, any move is kind of, you're dead apart from this one. So if take, you descend, and this is kind of miai here. This and this. So you cannot take. Connect is the same reasoning. So white plays here, cannot make an eye on top side. So you need basically to play this move, and after this atari, play here and make it a core. So it's important, once you see this, you cannot play that. So kind of then try to think, what happens if you play that point, take this weak point away, then it's like clear AB miai point, this and the bottom side. So seems like simply core. So this kind of stuff happens only in the corner, so you can throw in again here the 1-1 point, let white take and then block. So it's gonna be some two-step core in the corner, but white has kind of advantage. Need to still think if white denies this and descends, but then take this, should be good. We win the race, so white will take. And should be only this. At the end, it's gonna be this kind of variation, and black needs to spend some moves to win. So technically, it is almost dead, but it's not like 100%. So it's better than to be outright dead without anything. So, and if this end you take. Using this capturing race scenarios, you need to take ice, so this is must. But then you can simply play here. Simply fill the liberties from the outside, and as you can see, black wins. So core is not the only answer. Okay, next. How to live here. Seems to be that one, so you can threaten to make an eye here. So here, block. If this, you can make an eye this way. If extend, you make an eye here. White cannot take this eye away. So, good. Nice. Nice to see you, Intricate. Hope you're enjoying your carbonara. Attaching here. I don't know about you guys in your places, but in Japan is quite expensive to make, especially if you want to have like good cheese, but still it's nice kind of meal to have. I agree. Should be this one. Hopefully I'm right. Cool. Yeah. So cut, there's atari, and this one white can live this way. If you play this, white will connect and there's nothing to be done. So this is kind of the only thing to do right here. If this, you can cut, this is dead. If here you can jump, white cannot block, you just take. And block here, so this is one thing you need to see, that it's dead. You can actually push when white blocks. white cannot block at the end right here because black can just take everything. So yeah, the move you need to see is this, and then here. Actually, yeah, it might be core even this way when I think about it. Like, it doesn't change between this and then push first Atari because white cannot connect, takes, and then core here, same. I do Pekoni and Gonchara only as the Roman gods intended. The right way, I guess. Nice. Yeah, that is tough to find here. Yeah, split in 4 comes out 2-3. Yeah, that's reasonable. Good. Throw in, usually this kind of thing. Yeah, I need to throw in and this and then throw in again, but maybe maybe you need to throw in first. Hmm. Okay, this one a bit confused. So you cannot simply try to fill the liberties because white can just go on the outside. You have some problems. What is this? Throw in, take. I mean, throw in maybe this. Yeah, that is dead. So if you throw in first, white might just simply fill here. And then you block. This one take. Okay, maybe it's that. So this one white will connect and this is dead. So you need to throw in here first and block here. Yeah, that was tough to see. So basically, if connect you can play here, but white should play this one, make this Atari, and seems dead, but you can actually take here again and make it a like one liberty core better for white. So I know this is a bit complicated, but here basically white can take the core away in one step, whereas this black you need to kind of play again. Now it's a real core, so okay, man, that was a bit tricky problem. Seems this here extend block and then hane. White cannot block. You take itself Atari here. White cannot let connect because these two eyes will be dead. So it's only this and then hane. White cannot block. Okay, yeah, that one maybe could have solved, but was a tricky one. Okay, let's go next. So 2Q is gonna become a bit tougher. Block. And then this. Yeah, this shape is seki. But then white can play this, so maybe we play here. What is this confusing stuff? Yeah, I think you need to play here and then let white play this one, and you can, yeah, so it should be this. So that shape, you see it's seki, and if white tries to take this away, you can play here, and at the end, you can take this free stone in center, because this is Atari. Then here, take. So. Funny problem that the first move you need to play here. Nice one. Yeah, I can add. Good, neat problem right here. So I have cutting points here. Cut white can Atari, doesn't work, so block, connect. should be this. And then Hane, it's snapback. If this you block in Atari, it's dead. So here, that one, there's this. You can take everything. So it's about how to take these two. Because if you simply take white can Atari, it's gonna be dead on the side. So we need to think of a different move. This one does work. This. Maybe here. Ah, yeah, should be this one. Yeah, Atari from here. So in this kind of situation, you need to think like two ways. You could think of like trying to search the key point, but that one there's Atari. And if this kind of thinking does work, try to increase as much space as you can. And then this, white cannot try to play this kind of thing because it's Atari, so black can just take here. So if you can see this one, then yeah, the last trick is this. So if you connect the snapback from here, white can push, and this is dead, so you need to play from here. And this will be alive because you can take the two groups at the same time. So it's not really snapback right here. Okay, nice one. So capturing race 4 versus 4. I don't know what happens after Hane because it seems okay, but this block you throw in, take here. Don't see any other move than this. Should be call at the end, yeah. So if you simply fill liberties like this, black will win the race. So you need to block. And maybe just this problem is about, okay, white can make it a call because white can take this stone, and at the end it's gonna look something like this. So yeah. Okay, let's go next. How to take these 3 basically to save this 5 should be. So wedge, maybe white can descend here. And that doesn't work, so you need to think of a different move. Seems like it's this one. Connect, you can wedge here. And yeah, if take, you can Atari this side. Maybe it's call? Yeah, okay. I thought this for a brief second, but I wanted to connect here first. But it seems like that one, white can just extend and you lose the race. White can just go back. Nice to see you, Slack. Welcome. Hope you're doing good as well. So I'm warming up before my game. Yeah, so at the end you need to kind of compromise here. Atari from the side. And if white fails, you win. So it's gonna be call like this. So you might think of this move going this way, but then white can actually just descend, and that will be a disaster. After this, you cannot Hane X cut and take, so yeah, just don't be kind of baited into this one. I guess it's kind of the theme of this problem right here. That should be how to take this 3 in order to live. I mean, connect, push, maybe under the stone type thing. Seems like it's gonna be I take, white cuts here, I play block here, white takes, and then you cut again, something like that. So yeah, straightforward, but sometimes if you're not used to it, it's difficult to see this kind of thing. But it's good training. This is much more about seeing the stones rather than maybe pattern recognition a little bit. So once you can see this under the stone, needs to be an idea in your head. And yeah, there's no other moves basically, and then you can just play here, capture these two, and it's alive. So next, again, maybe some stuff there. So cut, if I do this, block, you can attach here. Oh no, yeah, okay, yeah, this is under the stone again. So here, against this, you take once, make this exchange, and then attach, let white take, and then you can block, threaten this cut, and live. And that's not a very practical problem, but sometimes. Nice to see you, Sumya. Welcome. Nice. Hope you're also doing good. Yeah, so I think here in Japan is probably the only country here that it's not burning hot. So hope we are safe and cool somewhere. So yeah, because this does work, at the end you can play this one. I thought maybe here, but yeah, there's no call shape. So you need to actually make this exchange and then have this cutting point. So here white cannot connect, you take, and that one as well. So same kind of idea as this last problem. I don't know, I have no clue. Sometimes I have intuition, doesn't work. Because this white can block. Here white can just ignore. Maybe, yeah, maybe attach, but this block. Maybe you play here. Ah, yeah, seems to be that one. Crazy. Wait a minute. Maybe I missed at the end. Didn't see this jump. Oh, maybe it's slide here as I thought in the beginning. And then if take, you can play here. Wait, this. No. Okay, slide, take, you play this one. And it's going to be call. This bump, you... Wait, what? This bump you play here, honey. I might need to look at the answer. Japan is drawing in humidity. For Japanese standards, I would say it's still okay. It's starting to creep up, I agree, Vict. Some thunderstorm today. Okay. I don't know. It's something like this, but then bump. Because take, this is call, so this at least that is. So here, bump this way. You could play this one, and instead here, dead shape in 3. So it's about this one. Oh, maybe now you play this. And then if take, you have this one and it's dead. Oh. So yeah, maybe you could have seen the solution if this, you see that white jump works. So you kind of flip again, like reverse thing. Start from here. Then bump, you play this. Yeah, okay. So that one's gonna be, oh no. Should have bumped here, actually. Yes, it's that one. Forgot about the variation. So it's cool. So if you start here on the bump, actually this should be dead because that one there's here. Here take, and that one you can just go back. If this one you can actually take here in center, or even it's dead here. If this you can double Atari cut, so it's dead like this. Yeah, that was a good problem actually. Difficult one, but okay. So first move should be here. The question is after that. This block and then probably attach here. Threaten this cut. Block here, this attach. Yeah, white cannot play this one. I cut. If connect, you simply go back. If this, you can play here in center, go back here instead. So should be good. That one you can play here and kill this way. So just threatening this kind of double Atari cut right here. So you cannot block this way. And if even if you block this way, kind of invite to cut, you can just simply go back and it's foci over here. So that maybe could be a trick that white could have. So if you cut this, is going to be this and call here. So don't be trying to make some Atari, just simply go back. And yeah, this you just fill here. Sack in 2 stones, kill this way. Seems like this question is, if white takes, you capture these 3. If Atari, probably need to play here first. Take here, you cut, and this is false eye, so it's dead, kind of thing. Okay, doing good today overall. It's nice. So that one is dead. You capture these 3. If that one you play here, you cannot connect because you killed the other side. So, and that one at the end, it's false eye over here. So just to show that here, that here. Okay, maybe we'll go a bit quickly because the warm-up shouldn't be too long. But this here, throw in, squeeze. This Atari block. Yeah, seems good. Maybe it's difficult to see in actual game because it says adapter from actual combat. Okay, didn't see this move, but it should be that one. White cannot connect. Okay, that is a move that might be challenging a little bit, but white cannot connect because he can take here. Okay, so this we need to use this RG right here. So hane, cut, and maybe throw in. No, maybe hane, cut, hane here once. If this, you can cut, take here. This take. So if connect, you can descend in center and then live. So yeah, should be this, hane, take. Throw in here because white cannot take this one. It's snapback, so you take here and then you take this and it's alive here on the side. That one you turn and you can live this way. That is actually a cool, neat problem. So you might think here, but there's this snap back, so white will take, and then you can take and live here on the side. Once you see this kind of 4, you need to know basic patterns here. It's alive, so good to go. This one should be Atari, and then connect, attach. And then here, call. And if this one, you make it a call, I guess, yeah. So the idea is white cannot block at the end. Because here it just take. So this is actually a good practical kind of basic problem. And if, let's say, white descends and refuses, you can just take and then block this way, and it's dead here. So it doesn't work. And if this, yeah, it's called this way, so good. Okay, this time it's white. So you have this to connect on the first line, but then black can also turn. Maybe it's this simply. Here you hane. If cut, you can just simply connect, and this is not alive because, yeah, here you turn. Don't see anything else. Here, turn, hane, cut off, you can just take these two, it's dead as well. Yeah. I wouldn't say this is 1Q problem. But maybe, yeah, the trick is you don't want to touch too much on this side first, because if you hane, maybe this problem is much more interesting for the missed variations. I think you block here. Yeah, so this is going to be the same. So I think you block this way. And that would be simply call. And if white tries to kill and play that one. Wait a minute, this. Solving a problem is one thing, but looking at the wrong variation is another. Maybe cut here. Let white take and then you live on the side. Yeah. But that one turn. Okay, wait a minute. Cut here, turn, you play this. Kimalactia, what is this site? If you don't know, it's weiqi 101. You can go here, solve some problems. And if you don't like the fact that it's like a Chinese site and you want like English friendly, you can also go at goproblems.com. So here you go. Yeah, I don't know. We'll maybe check another time, but let me just put here. Let's go next. I would say it passed. I solved still the problem, so cut. Seems like this is going to be call, turn, crawl, throw in here. What's the difference between here? I don't know. I think should be cut and this one. No, okay. Then it should be dead. How would you do this? Because if I extend white will block, and it seems like it's the same stuff. Don't really know. Yeah, that doesn't change. Wait a minute. There's no cutting, like connecting this, because white can still turn. Maybe Hane? Block. Could be here, and then when white blocks, you throw in here simply. Because white cannot fill the liberties. And take you can fill here. Okay. Nice one. I tried. It was Chinese only, and I couldn't get me to send me a login. Looks much better. So I think I just put the language settings in English here. And maybe you checked like way before. That's possible. Okay, this is actually something I already seen, but I don't. So cut white would just take, and this is going to be ko at best. Attach here this. Descent white can connect, and this is alive in Seki. Maybe it's Hane here. Because if throw in, you can just take sack in 4 stones and it's dead shape in 4. Yeah, I should have played here. And that one is Hane and dead this way. Okay. Good one. Yeah, they probably improved during the years. So this block, cut, take, and play here seems simple. Here, your Atari is Yasuya. Only move, maybe white can play from this side. Could be a trick move. But then you push from here and simply reduce space this way. And it's good to go, so yeah. So this one, simply playing from here, reducing space should work. You can play here and instead this way. And this you can play here. So it's gonna be kind of liberty problems right here. And the corner is dead. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. Should cut first. Yeah. I wouldn't count this as solved, to be fair, because you just tried random moves at the end. Yeah, so here you throw in, and basically you want to have this liberty problem, and then when take these 2 stones, this is alive. White cannot connect because you can take everything. And that one should be simply Atari from here, and if connected, snap back like this. Yeah, okay. Good problem actually, this one. Okay, didn't know the difference. So the one I'm using is .com. Okay. Okay, so this is about like this being sent there. So I think simply descend, honey here, this jump, block, honey, cut, you can honey here. So the meaning is white cannot block at Q19. You can take. So yeah, simply descend here should be good. And then here. So yeah, as you can see at the end, white cannot block this way, even if your Atari here does not work. Okay, white's to kill should be this one. Because this black would just let these two stones taken, attach this double Atari cut. So connect, Atari, connect here. That's alive. Wait a minute. Maybe this ko. Here, that one Atari, Kosumi, cut, hane. I'll try that. Yeah. Oof. We got it at the end. I don't see any other first move. So there's this. So cut, just I want to show they cut. Black will play here. And is alive this way. So you need to attach. This one will be dead here. It's double Atari. Not enough space here. So basically I have to connect. Yeah, it's gotta be this. And if connect here, hane is seki. This shape. So you cannot do this. And if black denies here the ko, you can kill this way. So you need to cut and then play here. At the end, black cannot fill because you can take everything. So it's gonna be ko in the corner. Because white also cannot connect here. So it's gonna be about this. Here actually, yeah, black can simply play this one and it's seki. So, okay. Nice. Because we went up, I'll just still continue here. Sorry, if you want to see the games, we'll just play this, and usually I'm ending the streak right here, but this should be about living here. Usually this attachment. And then connect Atari here, block, cut, and make some sort of ko, I guess. This you can Atari this way and cut off. Yeah, I don't see any other. Because you cannot live in the corner like this, so you need to block and then play here. So that is a move that is kind of happening when you have this kind of both Atari and then threatening to cut here. Sometimes you can use this Atari from this side, and if you play here, I think this is not enough space, so you need to see this one first. You can simply kill it this way. So you need to block, and this kind of shape here, it's good to remember, you can make it a ko in the corner. And that one, there's this, so white will choose this one here. And yeah. Okay, nice one. Could actually zoom in, no? So here cut this ko, this is not it. Need to use this maybe, here connect. That one's tough. Maybe this here. Simply playing here could be good as well. No. Okay. Too much. I just see the answer. Oh god, I did miss. Yeah, this kind of thing I thought like maybe it's just simply filling from the outside so you can cut here, threaten to cut, there's no call. I hear that. Okay, next, let's go. Honey this here. Nope. Honey this attach. Aye. Maybe it's called that way. Oh, I did not see that. Here, this one. And then throw in? No. Yeah, because white cannot take at the end. So it's gonna be this. Because if you take, when cut, white cannot block here. Good one. Difficult, but okay. Should be something around these 3 stones. Here, if block, maybe wedge, this type of idea. Seems good. That one you can simply play here. Should be dead this way. No? So maybe you need to start from this point and then play here. That is a difficult. Yeah, I don't know. Here. I need to play that one and then throw in. That's the... Turn here. Touch. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go quickly and try to do as much as I can. Cut this here. We throw in first. Take, you can then cut. That one. I should have played here. I think it's this. So that one you can cut here and white cannot connect. Just show me the other one. So if this, you can jump and then this, it's going to be here. White cannot block from both sides. Hey. One-down's problems here are pretty difficult. But probably if we get used to, we should be able to solve. Just not enough training. So it's about like playing here on the first line, something here. Don't know the right move order. This? No, yeah. Oh yeah, jump and then if this one playing here simply. Oh, that's nice. So if you feel this liberty, then you have tough time connecting, but simply playing here so I can connect this way. Okay, next. White to play. Seems this should be a classic, but here that one take. No. Definitely already seen this, but yeah, black cannot block. Okay, so start from here and play this one. And this is going to be, yeah, threatening this eye. Okay, so this one, I think it's this. And you can kill the eye. That one solved. Tricky one right here. Yeah, I need to probably shorten the warm-ups a bit. It's a bit too much. Sorry. Touch here. Cut. Seems like no. Okay. Want to just see the answer right here. Attach. Block. And white at the end cannot block from both sides, so that's nice. If you block here, there's this. So white will connect. This is only move to block. Because here you can connect, white cannot push from both sides. Yeah, that is tough. And then cut in Atari and then connect. Yeah, okay. Very nice one, but it's, for me, at this point, too difficult to solve. Okay, let's go. It has been enough kind of problems right here. Guys, we're waiting for a game. So let's go with 10 minutes, 30 seconds.
対局を始めます。
I mean, it's probably fine. Yeah, it's like back like in 2010, so hopefully it's not a bot, so we'll see. Just let me see once more. Now we're gonna go with it. Don't wanna just back out for any kind of opponent. Usually this kind of going in the 3 points straight away, black kind of slides. We'll need to take center, so Hane. And then just playing the open kind of corners. So usually you need to choose between approach this corner or here. Probably go this way. And maybe black can try to cut or something idea on this Joseki. Okay, pincer, this one you don't. Maybe these days you see more often than not. But here you can jump and then let black play here, play away. That's a thing. Sometimes also maybe here. You can jump here, let black play this one. You could counter pincer something around here. You could also play something here. It's Joseki, I think. But usually these stones can be somewhat manageable, so I'll go Tenuki. Question is where? Maybe here, but this pincer. Yeah, I'll try to take the corner. We'll see what happens. Maybe extending this one also, it's nice, but let's take here. Kind of ask what black wants to do. Usually block this side because here it's bigger than blocking here. But these days you can also block here to plan after this one to play knight's move if you think still the top side is important, kind of thing. So different ways of playing that you can do. Definitely the openings that you see here at 8, 10 and 7 kind of changes. Say overall they're a bit more aggressive and just slightly a bit more accurate. Interesting to think that long. I mean, sorry, thinking about like the attack, what happens there. Is that one crawl? Should be this one right here. Maybe still extend. We'll see. So personally, I always kind of slide. Sometimes you could jump when the ladder is good for you here. But I'm gonna go for this move rather than complicate the situation. Somewhere around here makes sense. Maybe you could push, put a move. Maybe black will just continue to take corners or pincer here. Could be interesting. I would say if I was black, I would try to play here, kind of protecting and then increasing this side at the same time, putting some sort of pressure here. Would be nice if there's an idea to kind of live locally in the corner like this, but then here maybe black kind of pushes through. Feel like already seen this kind of thing. This here, let black push through. And you get the corner. If this one Hane here, what do you do? Maybe double Hane is still Atari and playing here. I mean, could be okay, but so if black next kind of kicks here, these two stones are gonna be in kind of trouble. So trying to live there would be a nice thing. If you really want to be challenging, maybe you could play move around here, but that seems maybe overplay-ish. It's basically poking at this connection, and if not, like you can make it based on top side. I mean, maybe, but attach seems dangerous because black can honey from this side, but maybe that you descend here. Because basically I've sent the moves right here to push this way, so you can say this is weak. Could be funny to do this kind of thing. Could be bad though. I have no clue. You know what, let's try. It might be bad, but I want to try it. So honey here. Because I don't want to let kind of black push through here. Maybe that was kind of more standard way to go. If this planning to descend, maybe you could honey. Maybe simply this, because I mean, do you block and play this? Yeah, the shape doesn't look too good to play that one. Maybe here I can block and just make a base. Here this one honey, that one connect here, but then black and descend. I don't know, this move might be bad, but just trying to poke the connection, maybe use some forcing moves right here. And we have ladder here, this side. And if you can take this stone, for example, it's gonna be good against this. So like, simply to honey take shouldn't be that good. So honey or honey here. It's just this, I'm kind of undecided whether I should go for this kind of thing. Or descend, let black extend, and then try to maybe slide, but yeah, the shape looks bad with that one. The problem with this and honey against this block is this is center, and that is annoying. But maybe we still play here or jump. And I say black cannot play this one because there's here to wedge. And you can still have this cutting point. Maybe. As white, if you can settle on the side, it should be somewhat reasonable. Because black spent a lot of moves around here. It really depends on what damage there is on the outside. Bond is really tanking a lot right here. Maybe you could say the same about me. What black should try to honey here either way. Like I don't think there's other like descent. I mean here. Maybe you could play a move like this. But that one I think you bump and then this. Maybe here, push here first and then bump and honey. Don't also know if I should have pushed here first once and then played here. Guess if simply extend, yeah, I'll push and then bump this way, try to make a base on top side. Descend maybe? Because extend our Hane and should be okay. Maybe this? I mean, I'll be surprised to see this move, but here, extend block, cut here should be the thing to do. Maybe there's this. I don't know if just connecting these two get the outside let black have here and here is enough. I kind of build the wall this way. Like with this extending here. And then, I don't know, push, turn, jump, but that doesn't look too good. My opponent really seems to be just in a misery here. Needs definitely to play something. I don't think, I mean, it's not like it is in a bad spot, but it is a move that makes you think. Asking, kind of the response. Probing. Yes, that one's just planning to Hane. Maybe black would cut and then push here. So this doesn't work, I connect and play here. And that I feel pretty happy, I think. Because if I can take this stone, here, this corner I can still attach double Hane. Should be okay. Do we Atari here? Maybe that's too much. We do not have core threads, I mean this, but black is here. Maybe this as well. Comparing to, yes, I cannot play that one, so just take. Then this take. We did flatten the top side here, so that should be feeling quite good. Maybe that one could have tried to, but yeah. Maybe this big. So this one black might just extend here. So take if black Kosumi is here, this is dead in the corner. Taking looks big though. You can prevent this Atari from black if you take here now, but the black can play here and kill the whole corner. But then you can say that they have some Aji still a little bit like around here. Probably take and switch to here. Corner is small, yeah. I think it's bigger to put pressure on these three stones like here. It was black's corner first, and black spent a lot of moves. And we could probably use a move around here, so yeah.
1、
It's better to have
2、
this for the
3、
outside.
4、
I agree with
5、
you.
6、7、
Can
8、
black let the honey? Is it dead like this? That would be a bit big, but maybe a move like this could work. Yeah, black can also play around here, put pressure on these stones. This black would descend, kill. Yeah, maybe that was too big. I don't know. But okay, let's play here, put pressure on these three. You can say black is just concentrated here, so maybe there's that argument. Too cramped on kind of one side of the board.
1、
But
2、
yeah, maybe this
3、
was
4、5、6、7、
bit annoying
8、
threatening to
9
connect, yeah. So if you want to disconnect, you need to play some move around here. But maybe you just play away, ignore, but then Hane seems pretty nice point. So and this one black would just push, put pressure, and keep kind of a base. Here this. Maybe here this you hunt it this way. So against this you Kosumi. Seems better. You don't want to get pushed here, that's too annoying. Simply here push. Maybe double hane. Yeah, let's push here. So hane this side. So usually black would respond here. I don't expect, but maybe move like this. Nice. Already we might be behind, because if this is all just dead, could let black connect, like jump here, get the outside type thing. I think you need to do something like that. Because getting attached and like breakthrough, like the problem is this might become pretty weak. Here there is still some point, but at least we are taking this kind of other parts of the board. And Hane here, it's not increasing much points, to be fair,
5、6、
comparing to this. So black would Hane and cut here, I suspect that's the move. Don't know if you needed this right now, but just descend. I mean, maybe you could play away. Somewhere around here, because if I take like descend, black would tenuki, because he can cut and play here. So this, it's kind of miai here. Just need to play somewhere else. Could extend, that could be a move. Then have this kind of threat here.
2、3、4、5、6、
And preventing black kind of getting bigger right here. Say split. Interesting. Probably pins around here, but then black would double approach, take this kind of side.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、
Maybe we could
9
kick and play here.
残り2回です。
Pinstring simply here, black might jump and kind of take the whole thickness away, which I don't really like. Difficult position.
2、3、4、5、6、7。
Yeah, I'll kick here and maybe play this one just to increase as much this side and put pressure here. Might have been better to pincer, but then black can kind of take the corner. Not sure. Maybe here, just go straight away. Take the base. And this feels just too cramped.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。残り1回です。
Using time in a bad, not unnecessary spots, I feel. I mean, these stones should be fine with like kind of threats here. I don't know, maybe you play something around here, but it also feels...
3、4、5、6、7。
Let's try something here and then jump this side to increase here, but I don't know. Nice to see you, Dalan. Hope you're doing good as well. Yeah, first game here at 8 on, struggling a little bit. Yeah, maybe this isn't good, but kind of idea to play this, and maybe you don't do this, simply jump, because you might wedge here.
1、2、3、4、5。
But then what was the reason to play down? I mean,
8、9。
okay, I mean as played probably. So this is kind of the annoying point to invade.
One, 2、3、4、5、6。
Nice to see you, Patat. Thank you for
9、
watching. Hope you are not burnt in France. Yeah, we'll just try to pinch her, I guess. Like, try to attack this. Yeah, I don't know how much I gained here. Maybe jumping simply.
2、3、4、5、6、7。
Peep. Could maybe play something around here. We could use threads with this, like honey cut should be something I need to plan.
1、
Some
2、
cool threads here.
3。
So that one I block from the corner. Maybe this kind of thing. So you need to protect this kind of cutting point. Okay, black did choose here, so block the corner. I don't think you'd play something here. Yeah, should be block to aim at something like this at R13 as well. So probably this one. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh. You're in a good place then. You're in a good place. Yeah, I've seen in the news, seems horrible. Hane here take, just to take as much base. Cannot let
1、2、
black
3、
easily live here
4、
on the side, that would
5、
be bad news.
6、
So
7、8、
probably take. And I think here you simply play for this one if Atari's take. Because then you can peep, block, take this eye shape away completely. And if block here, take, and there's no forcing move from here.
2、3、4、5、
You don't want to play this basically, I
8、
think.
9、
So take. I've had to work outside in over. Oh, what? 41? Stay safe, man. That's dangerous temperatures. I mean, it depends on the humidity, but still. I mean, do we connect? But that seems just.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、
Don't want to connect here. Do we connect this one or play something else? Because connect black would just Tiger's Mouth. Problem is, if black starts a call, we risk quite a lot because after take, the whole group might be in a bad position. So probably connect and then this. Cannot start to cut here. That'll be too much. Next, white can probably peep and it's in danger. So I need to put a move.
1、
Interesting. That I would like to punish. I just don't know how. Maybe wedging first here. Then this. Could be attach and then wedge.
3、4、5、6、7、8、 9。
Yeah. Maybe that was a good idea. Like it was better to peep that way. But seems okay. Like, what do you do here? If you let me just capture the whole side, that would be good for black.
4、5、6。
What's the error at 4? Oh god. Okay, so this black is trying to cut here. Maybe for this reason I need to attach here first. So that you can take this side.
1、2、
And it should be fine. I mean, this you can cut here and take this, so the side is dead. Yeah, now you block, because if you don't, black pushes this Atari, take everything. So you need to connect, and then black pushes. Seems like this is a really good spot. And we take the whole side. But you have this weak stones here in the middle, so yeah, maybe still attach was better, but here we need to connect. So yeah, black pushes, there's no other move. Maybe this. But that one bamboo joint and hane, so or even this. Yeah, I think push.
1、2、3、4、5、6。
Okay, that could be an alternative. Trying to put pressure there. Should we attach? Seems interesting.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Maybe black will play something like this.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Maybe both players are playing a bit on weird spots. Yes, this one I was planning to block here. Maybe cut first. Cut here first, maybe threaten to take, and this one still I can play here, cut off these two. That would be pretty nice.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Let's do that. This is weird. Never played this kind of variation whatsoever. But now, so black is safe, but then black cannot push here anymore. This.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Let's try to put pressure here on bottom side a little bit. I'll deal with these taunts somehow. I mean, this side looks to be very big, but I don't know. How much is it?
2、3、
20.
4、
It's like 30 points, even more.
6。
That doesn't seem to benefit because of here. Can we peep and then hane? Is this too greedy? Yeah, probably usually we want to extend just to keep the points, but
3、4、5、6。
yeah, this is probably too greedy to play here. Just going to extend, but you cannot play away. I think this is a bit too much for black. Like the shape is going to be in a bad position, so you need to put some sort of move. Maybe hane and then play away. But let's say this is what, like 30 points. Here maybe 15. Black has over there maybe 25.
3、4、5。
I mean, we should be feeling quite okay still. It all depends on what happens here. But that week when it was Odes, I couldn't play at all. It was just terrible. Yeah. Don't know. How are you sleeping during the night? That was the kind of just save the two when he pushes. Before, yeah, that's big move, preventing this kind of archie stuff. But then you can maybe simply take. And my coach says I need to play in bad condition. That is true. Good training advice.
1、2、
blocking seems big as well. But
5、6、
we need to play.
7、
I mean, just take. Just ask what are you planning to do against this? I mean, claw is big, but then that one seems to be painful. And if push, you can atari here. Maybe even take these three.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
That one is still here. I believe, or maybe not. I don't know. And you could try to take these two stones simply to just
1、
put some
2、
pressure.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Man, blocking seems important right now. Just taking away and then have this honey and cut for kind of free almost. Yeah, so black would try to play. I mean, maybe this what black would take away, so that's the meaning. Do we have moves too?
1、2、3、4、5、6。
Don't want to get extended and it all depends what happens there. I don't know.
1、2、3、4。
This seems nice. That is probably way too slow. Guess Kusumi threatening, but maybe here.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Keep the eye here. Block the connection. Have this push. Take also as being kind of sente almost. I'm normally sleeping badly, so it wasn't that worse actually. that I would be surprised though.
1、2、
Ace is slow
3、
now.
4、5。
Really? Doesn't seem like a good move, but yeah, black would just take then. This game is weird. You can just play away here. Now these stunts are pretty okay. We can always push. Maybe actually playing here straight away is nice.
3、
It's getting turned.
5。
Yeah, might be annoying, so.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
This one probably playing here and play this one. If we can cut off, maybe there's some long-term pressure I can do. Because connecting is big, but it's not threatening anything right here. And like trying to run away with this stun, it's almost sente against here. Like it's gonna become pretty bad archie. So I can play this kind of thing. Now if this is center, yeah, that's pretty nice for whites. Am I really behind? Like, I feel like I'm much ahead, but maybe this is bigger than I realize.
2
Let's take here. Probably should play somewhere around here to limit the moyo and increasing yours. Probably shouldn't have played this one.
3 4 5 6 7
So locally there's this kind of move, and I think like something like this is maybe centered. I don't know. Yeah, we'll play something right here.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
So this is just pure endgame at this point. If I can make 20 points, this is... Said what? 19, 21, 35, maybe 40 if you add these two. 60 somewhat points with Komi. 30, 10. Yeah, I mean, am I behind? Maybe this kind of points around here
1
is somewhat...
3 4 5 6 7 8 9
That's probably too much. Really, just responding? I think black should try to honey. Okay. This, I guess we just go back. Maybe this, but then black can play here.
1 2 3 4 5
Isn't this enough for whites? I mean, this is pretty big, I guess. Something here. It should be alright with these stones. Maybe somewhere here from black. Putting pressure.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7
Yeah, this is quite thick.
1 2 3 4 5 6
Honey extend. That move I can play here. Don't get it too much. I thought black would just play here. Yeah, it's like 35, maybe at here 40. And then around here is probably 20 points. So I say 60. Maybe it call me 66, and we have 3 captures more, so could count 70. Probably something around here to prevent this.
1
Jump.
2 3 4
Don't know which one.
5 6 7 8 9
Let's go for this. Probably destroy at this time, not build. I mean, hopefully my judgment is correct, but I feel like this is a comfortable endgame for white. I mean,
1 2
If you
3
can build some
4
points here, reduce all the center.
6 7
Black
8
hasn't got that much. Yeah, so this I was planning. I don't know, probably here simply is better than attaching, 'cause attach black can extend. That is source of complications, so gonna play this one threaten here to cut, so black needs to respond.
1
And then try to
3 4
play move
Go.
here. Don't know what they can do. But extend here as well.
3
but- So that one's planning to honey. Then peep this way.
1 2 3 4 5 6
Maybe you don't play
Nana.
anything.
8 9
Ah, I did still play. I don't know if that was good. But could be pushing and playing here. We just need to make sure that this is alive. Like that, it needs to be priority here.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7
Maybe it was better to play it this way rather than this. So I could play this connect and connect to the side. So let's play here Atari and then
2
somewhere around here.
3
Yeah, I think we simply Atari. Could have been too greedy. Maybe I should have played some. But if you get pushed, this bad shape.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
That one can Kosumi peep. Thing is, I can always play here and connect to the side, so I'm not too scared about the top side group. But something like this, I need to compromise, keeping the points here.
1
Can we take center? I mean, probably blocking here is a big point. Because black can maybe, yeah, go something here and try to. Let's block all the way here.
2 3
I want to play this Atari to just have this better Aji. Maybe this are blocked. In fact, not this one.
1 2 3 4
So against this, I would just go back here. And it should be fine. Not blocking. Should be good, we connect. I mean, I'll be surprised if I lose this endgame. So there's this here. Still pretty big, preventing like endgame from white. And this, we just need to be able to take in ladder this way. So if we play here, should be okay.
3、4、5、
Yes, we lose some
6、
points maybe.
7、8、9。
I guess if I play here, I cannot Hane in Sente anymore. And I don't even know if this is Sente. Could just simply be big to block this way.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Actually, I should probably be Hane. I'm playing questionable endgame here. I should play this one exchange. Because black can play here.
Two, 3、4、5、6、7、8。
Yeah, that's a nice point, but that one I Atari? Should we play? I mean, even this side, I don't know endgame. I don't know endgame.
One, two, 3、4。
Weird sound. Taking here is pretty big. There's this Atari as well.
1、2、3、 4。
Let's play here. Yeah, if it's connect, then I don't mind. We can take center. That is not the most challenging way. Taking here looks pretty nice.
1、2、3、4、5。
Can destroy some points in middle, and if this one, no, I'm going back and forth right here. See, this might become quite big because can't push.
5、6、7、8、9。
Maybe this is losing one core thread to play that one.
One, 2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Because this way you can ask some questions around here if you can have this kind of push and cut block maybe here.
One, 2、3、4、5。
Maybe
6、7、8、9。
Important to put some move around here, make an eye, so we are completely alive there. And yeah, build some points. That's big. Blocking here to Hane, that's annoying. Preventing also to build some points right here. In fact, can we?
One, 2、3、4、5、6、7。
Maybe playing this kind of move to threaten this. I don't know how much is this though. You could maybe wedge play this. Cut.
1、2、3、4、5。
Seems like it's an annoying move because we can kind of protect this point. Build some points maybe here. Turn could be quite nice, in fact. Points.
One, 2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Probably black should honey here. That was maybe this question, but I don't know. But there's cutting point there, and yeah. I think I'm giving away bit points.
One, 2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4。
Don't really know. Should be close, but I don't know if I'm ahead. I understand. 40. Hmm.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Even this one is not big, probably. Should. Okay. Extend this one. I mean, connecting seems nice. Maybe I can threaten a bit stuff around there.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's 2 points here. Maybe that's so nice from white. Cannot take this stone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Simply connect here. Play this one, threaten Tatari. Maybe here it's gonna threaten this one, so it's big. Let's play here. Looks like 62 versus 80 on the board. I lose the energy playing versus humans. Might this much behind? I don't know. This.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Hey, this is not even a point to play here. Yeah, probably not, because black can play this one. Aye. I'm not playing well at this endgame stages. Should be. Yeah, probably this one. I should play here. Yes, you can take, but it's 2 points. Did black need to play it this way? Maybe shows you I'm way behind, I don't know. That one could have some AG with attach, so maybe, but at least I can undo anytime I want. That is true. You can undo anytime you want. I think your Tari from this side keep the 2 points.
1、2、3、4、
Because this is only 1. There's here. It's, not really. That wasn't really big because I can always connect. There's here.
1、2、3、4、
This one, but this is all center from
6、
black.
7、8、9、
So it should be this. So black I connect here. Then there's point this way. There's here and then this one. It's not going to change.
1、
Just gonna bank the fact that black maybe doesn't see, but it should be. Okay, and gain a point. If I judge correctly, I think I'm ahead, but maybe totally wrong from the start. This is sometimes my counting is off, and it's probably where I need to improve my game overall, because it's too inconsistent. So I'm just feeling liberties just because. So my opponent win 3.5 points. Yeah. I think I was ahead, but maybe not. I don't know. No, actually black is quite comfortable. Then judgment is way off. Ay. Yeah, probably this was bad. Too big, this one. Yeah, I want to check with fine art thread here, so I'm just gonna leave the room once and you can see it's going back and forth. Close game. Yeah, it feels like I played not very great in the endgame. That I should definitely agree with. It's a shame that you don't want to play kind of throwaway wins. So here probably something there. I saw the hitting here. Didn't see that one. Maybe threatening to cut and then have some sort of squeeze down there. Seems like white is winning but it's kind of small margin, as you can see. Yeah, probably I lost. I think monkey jump at top was too big, but also black got that big N18 and honey connect. Yeah, here this one. Monkey jump this one, yes, as well. I agree. Okay, so maybe that wasn't that bad. Then maybe the way I played around here. Let me see. Okay, just simply respawn, let black play something here. Take. So fine art is really considering this shape to be quite strong, even if you let black jump around here. Also, I think you could N10 somewhere. Okay, but that's probably close. Oh yeah, this one. I was thinking about it, but I thought this was cleaner, but yeah, maybe just black connects and give me these stones and it's not really that good. I did gain though. So it seems like this exchange here was okay. Just before black does later. Yeah, these are kind of games, kind of grinding endgame that you need to be winning. If not, it's going to be difficult because you need to like completely be ahead. Whereas the higher you go, these kind of games will be even more frequent. Later, instead of capturing, E12 felt too small. Oh yeah, that jump, maybe instead of catching. Ah, here. Like that one, just push. You have foresight here, maybe. Yeah, maybe it could be possible. But in the game I was thinking like just this is okay for white. Then probably not capturing this one. Let me see. Not playing anything still here. Tari. Seems like it's close, complicated endgame though. Seems like I should still go something in the corner like honey cut. Or no? Okay. It's weird. I tried to ask the position, and as you can see, oh no, yeah, it's sorry. It starts this Atari. So we're trying to make this aji around here to cut, maybe use these stones basically, and trying to strengthening here, reducing like this point. Yeah, that's difficult to see. So here it seems like the whole left right side exchange wasn't good. I just want to see where I did. So I need to start the call, it seems, just that one. Yeah, play something on there, cut, and then yeah, this is probably something I should think a little bit more, but I think I've time trouble a little bit around here already, so wasn't sure. Okay, and then that move is bad. I should just Atari then, I guess. Yeah, always Atari, and then try to use. Yeah, this connection might be pretty bad because it lets black off the hook around here. Yeah, I think we need to Atari. That's probably the worst move in the game. And then after this, yeah, might be some small endgame mistakes overall, but I would say this is probably really important concept you need to Atari here, preventing this Hane. But not play here, but yeah. If you take this stone, you can keep this eye, so it doesn't matter. Could put pressure here in the corner, a little bit cutting point stuff, and attach. Kosumi also being some sort of center with this connection, like this. And if connect, maybe there's some stuff. So yeah, I need to think about this for sure. And then E12, so jump. Maybe here a good look. Yeah, so it's shoulder hitting here, basically using these two stones, Aji with this cutting point, keeping a bit some points there. And once black can play this Hane, get some points here, I guess it's already lost. Okay. Well, I'm not using the estimator, so this is one thing, but I want to still be better in kind of judging positions, because sometimes I feel I get it right, but in this case here, as you can see, I was feeling comfortable the whole game, and it doesn't look at this way when you look at the graph, so yeah. Okay. After this one is whatever, so. But yeah, we should be able to win these games if possible. So I was thinking about planning, like playing somewhere here. But yeah, this seems good. Just, yeah. Happens. Okay, let me just take a short break right here, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So probably playing some small blitz game here. And yeah, so if you can stay tuned, I'll be back. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for still being here. I've had those games as well, just feeling like I'm doing good even game, but then yeah, losing for move one. Yeah, intricate. If you're done, definitely let's go. Yeah, but we need to be able to win this kind of grinding end games. That would be really important. And physical kit, thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and if you're on YouTube as well, thank you for being here. Just post a link here for the YouTube channel, so go over there. If you can sub, like the videos, why not? Okay, if you're fine, I'll just send an invite to you. Okay, give you no problem. So this one, problem of the day, a bit more difficult comparing to the other days. But the first kind of 3 moves are important. So the first 1 to 3. You need to use this cutting point right here. And then have some liberty kind of issues with this group. That would be the hint. But yeah, these are hard games to... You need to be very consistent in accounting and then try to punish the mistakes in the end game. It could go both ways. Okay, let's go. But yeah, these are games, especially the skill level will kind of... Oops. You're still here? What? It's weird, because... Are you still here in the room? Because in my... In my server, your name doesn't show. I don't know why, but... I think you're still connected and whatnot. Okay, let's have a nice game. Let's go. Hope it's all good. Okay, so here... Playing against Intricate in the chat. Yeah, we'll keep playing the star points overall as white. I mean, you could change a little bit, but... Let's go with this. Okay, Sundensei here. We'll play the corner. Sometimes you can approach. Maybe you could even play this. You know what? I'm gonna change and maybe play that one. Just to change perspective a little bit. See what black wants to do. Should be fine to play kind of this corner. Yeah, could respond. Could just play away. Play this 3 point. Let's respond here. And yeah, this is where like it's a little bit inaccurate to have these 2 star points because the 3 point is just too perfect. So sometimes when you have this kind of thing, it's better to enclose, but it's like very minor detail, I'll say. Just is slightly inefficient when you have these 2 stunts here after any Choseki in the corner. So this is why. But I wouldn't say it's too bad. It's just slightly inaccurate. So here, simply crawling. And then here, maybe you play away, could crawl, but in this case, because black is a stone right here, it's not going to be sente. Like, maybe hane, but I feel... So before the AI stuff, usually this Choseki needed to finish with this hane, but then black can get this kind of tiger's mouth connection, a really big outside. And in this case, maybe we still play, because here this hane is sente from black, and if that's the case, you want to prevent with this, because crawl black can just block here, I think. So here. Yeah, we need to play that one or crawl here. Ask a move first. If block, maybe cut and then cut here, for example. So it could go either way, but let's crawl this time, because I don't want to play this to strengthen this side too much, so prefer to ask a move right here. And if just extend, then you can probably play away. So it shouldn't be hane in center. So this block here, connect. Hane. Yeah, so we can play away technically. Could be big to play this, but strengthening the outsides too much, so I'm wondering whether I should go for this or not. It's probably okay. Thing is, you're not going to invade around here anyways, so peep could be a little bit less effective if you play this one, but there's much more room for these stones. And then if it's center, I'm probably playing here. But you need to still be thinking about this, because basically what I'm saying is like these two stones are way too cramped, and then I don't mind just over strengthening in this area, and as white you just try to kind of erase this moyo from here, so it's just like this kind of small territory. But before playing here, I'm gonna play the top right corner, because this only corner haven't been played. And if black plays something around here, suddenly it's gonna become big. So yeah, we'll try to approach this time. So here there could be some interesting ideas to maybe attach here. So that one, also this is one move with this Sanensei, it's like technical, but we don't play anymore with this kind of invasion. And then white can take center, there's a kind of sequence you can do this. But maybe in this case it's more interesting to jump to use this stone. So jump, respawn, and then play here. Then you can take away the whole moyo on the top side kind of thing. Yeah, I'll jump. I think going in the corner is also okay, but I'll just go for that. And you could also counter pincer and then let black jump and try to deal with these stones like kind of separately. Should be also a reasonable plan. But yeah, personally, as preference, I think I'll go here. Maybe still this though. Like, if you play on this side, should be fine. Maybe could slide once and then pincer, try to like. So if I can kind of build the wall right here, this side is gonna become quite big. And black, in order to save, you need to play some moves. And with this stone right here, maybe it's gonna be a bit more difficult to deal with. So here crawl once again, slide maybe. So you can crawl twice and slide. Should be okay, but then you give me this wall. And if you want to give up this stone, you can sometimes kind of kick from the corner and then maybe play from this side. Yeah, that is definitely a move that doesn't exist. The thing is, this shape is pretty bad from black. You have still some, like, what do you do after this? Like, push, I can hane, and then you need to play this empty triangle.
3、4、5。
And it's kind of strengthening, weakening the corner, like attach hane type stuff. Whereas if you don't play here, I cannot simply attach hane, like black can play Atari Connect, for example. So this is where playing bad shape, good shapes are important. If you have kind of, you need to have aesthetic sense about stuff. So playing here, usually you need to push because you're kind of weakening the corner.
3、
And I will just continue with the plan.
6、7。
Thing is, you cannot really easily push right here. Like this hane is a problem. And hane you can cut, threatening to push. And you can always deal with these stones where I attach this. So just going to block and build a wall right here should be sente. Don't know which I play here. So this one black and bump. But this is a bit weak on the outside.
1、2、
I feel like if you want to play strongly around here, you need to block because this
8、9。
might be some problems. But yeah, it could be slow. I don't know. Maybe that one. Shape could be here. I think bump is better, but this should be also okay. So white cannot hane, you cut and then take, you just go through here, so that's a good move. Difference is maybe when white plays here. Yeah, I think for this reason, because here you can cut. So this point is quite important. So this is why bump is probably better. Because here, when white pushes and cuts here, you have two cutting points. And when you cut, you can threaten to take these three. Whereas when there's this bump, you don't have these cutting points being a problem too easily. So yeah, just block. Against this cut, I can Atari from here. Yeah, if you go back, that's quite painful for black overall. We could just simply block this way. Maybe it is too slow. Just playing here. If this one just try to attach, go in the corner.
1、
Yeah, I think
2、
this
3、4、
might be a bit
5、
much.
6、7、8、9。
But it is a fake move to play
残り
here.
2回です。
But then you let black kind of split on this side first. And when you play here, you need to take it back with like invasion on the top side type thing. Maybe that one I should have tried to, yeah, play push and cut somewhere.
1、2、
But
3、4。
as played, probably playing on the bottom side, and if push, try to deal with the corner. Interesting. That is a good kind of programming move with trying to hane here. I think we need to Atari this way, because here black can cut and take.
6、7、
That would be too good. Maybe connecting simply is better, actually. But could try to just take these stones this way. Kind of surround the whole group here. But this turn is annoying.
2、
Cannot
3、
block.
4、
Cut here.
5、6、7、8、9。
So let's see if black turns or not. Yeah, so that one I'll give up this one stone. I mean, could actually take, but giving up, there's gonna be
1、2、3、4、5、
I think we
6、
need to connect from
7。
here, because if not, the outside is just too weak. Just gonna give up this. It's quite big to take though. Maybe should gone somewhere there. Okay, gonna try to increase this bottom side.
1、
Question is this, I
3、
don't really know what
4、
happens, but maybe you
5、
just
6、7、
go
8、
something over
9。
there. I think this kind of big knights move, you don't see it anymore. Usually AIs prefer this kind of attaching move. Just attach, extend, increase here. Yep, that is good. So if you have the ladder, sometimes white can cut and take this, but here doesn't make sense, so just play from this side. Yeah, the problem is these two like to go run with this is pretty big.
2、3、4、
Probably
5、
to put some
6、7、8。
I'm too worried like black could try to do something, and this one we need to try to surround everything and just kill. So let's see what black will do around here. So here you really need to be flexible as black. Just don't try to... So that would be quite risky. But you need to be living on the side here. Maybe there's some bad archie around there. Cutting point. Could be peeping Kosumi.
1、2、3、4、5。
So simply, I think this one is probably bad because it fixes problem on the outside. You want to use maybe attachments like here. And that one, I think you jump here. And then I fix this kind of our peep around. Then also I can push and cut. Yeah, should be feeling pretty good. Peep here.
2、
Still
3、
connect, should be
4、
okay.
5、6、7、8。
I think black played really solid up to this point. Just this probably is a bit too much right now. I need to protect a little bit around here because Here is problematic to like push and cut, so probably something here. Maybe attach.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I'll try to attach. Fix the problem in center. Could like maybe this and sack these stones. That would be trying to save everything, but it could be dangerous. It's not easy for white actually.
3、4。
Yeah, I think we need to go for something like that. Black could have run it. This one should be fine. So now we can save everything this way. Just showing up in the game to scare you a bit of cheer. Looks into but yeah, it's your best game so far. Gonna review afterwards, but don't know if this exchange is really going to be beneficial.
1、2、3、4、
Could
5、
Atari?
6、7、8、9。
I don't know, maybe this is also a bit sus. Yeah, I don't think I like this move. I mean, could push and then jump. Just fix a little bit on bottom side, but
1、2。
probably jumping here against turn and jump here. And as black, you need to play this Atari after you play this. Trying to live here, I think it's complicated. Hopefully it doesn't work. But here. I think bamboo joint, we can always take these two stones by playing here. That one. There's here and connect everything. So we need to cut it off. It's definitely better. Yeah, it should be difficult to live here. Not enough space. Like here can simply turn. Oh. Nah. Maybe it tilted a little bit. I mean, thing is, here, that one you could have blocked, I think, down here, this one. Play, actually. Yeah, I think you can take these 3 stones this way. Here doesn't matter because you can connect, and even like this, just connect here. So against this slide, you just need to block from here and should be fine. GG's. I think the low right was too small. Yeah, but if you play something like this, I wasn't really sure. Seems like it's too big, but scary. If black can just take these 3. Just, I would probably bump here to have no kind of connection issues. Like this is probably a bit better. Play something like this. And try to take center, maybe split. If you are alive here on the side, should be fine. That one like doesn't work. You can always kind of capture these two. I'm having a hard time getting in the mines into play seriously lately. But you know what? He did kind of play well. Just probably this move, you want to like take it away from your brain. It's better not to play this to not weaken the corner. Either try to continue the Joseki here. I actually don't remember too well, but something like this, or trying to live locally. Something here. Should be fine. I mean, okay, black has only one Moyo, but actually this sounder area, black has a lot of hidden points, and if white tries to decide to take it away, you're gonna spend a lot of moves doing not much. Maybe this is not really... Like against this, maybe I should just simply pincer counter. And then with this kind of jump. Naturally taking this away and increasing a bit here. But yeah, this is definitely bad. Like you want to not play anything here, because sometimes also you can kick from this side. And then it's better to maybe also have some kind of cut Aji like this. You can push through like that. Yeah, it is. Depending on the situation, but this one definitely isn't good. I think this cutting edge point is okay. Maybe I should still like capture it this way, because I mean, yes, you take, but yeah, that's too much. Maybe connecting, but maybe I should connect black and then extend, use this stone, isolate these four. Could be something around here. It's going to be difficult for black to move that stone. Yeah. But you need to use. As black, when you play here, if you cut, you need to somehow use. Maybe not directly. Could choose it to maybe play move around here. And then try to run away. Could be a plan. Increase this side. Yeah, I wasn't feeling too confident here, like I should say. Maybe... It's probably not good, but... Yeah, this shape from my side is probably suspect. Because black can maybe even simply go here. Could try to show the hit, use these stones. And the thing is, once you peep here, this kind of corner locally is not alive, so you could try to do this one. And then maybe kind of attach this way. So as black, because you spend some moves to take a stone here and kind of taken away a little bit of the base, you want to use this and then use the maximum of your stones that are here. So I think something like that, but play too recklessly. No, but this one, I think it was kind of a... Yeah, played some mistakes on the fight here, but apart from that, I think leaving it at first and have it Aji is probably better. Yeah, make it heavy otherwise. So this balance, you need to also have like a judgment, your judgment right here, like around which way you want to invade. I think this attachment was really good intuition. That was nice. But then the question is, after this one, probably you don't want to turn. Try to maybe... And yeah, I was thinking like this kind of thing. So just give up this side, but you benefit on the other side. Because around here is weak. And you can maybe gain still here. I think as black you want to seriously consider this type of move. Maybe... Yeah, you could probably peep at any time. Maybe you still want to cut this way. I'm not sure, but... Or maybe something like this, if you really want to just live locally. Maybe it's here. And then... I don't know. Could use a move like that. Seems a bit crazy, but something like, I don't know, like just playing some moves, but yeah, could have, maybe this is something interesting. Yeah, this is why, probably this shape is bad for white and it's not good. It's a lot of weak points, so as black you need to use this cutting point. Just a question of how you do it. But this turn, simply just playing like straight, like you fight normally, this is not going to work. Didn't like I'm starting the cut as behind you and so close to the corner, close to here. Yeah. So the way to think as white around here, you prioritize this side and you don't get pushed around right here. So there's different ways, but probably the most reasonable would be to just extend and simply take this side first. And then black can maybe, so could Atari, could also maybe Atari from here. So this is why maybe you want to kind of attach. Because let's say white plays here, then you might be able to play, I don't know, something like this, or crow once. Actually, maybe this is not really. This gotta be a good way to invade. At least already it's quite bad, Aji, if you play it here. Would like to relate with some move around here and then try to have some living shape here. Just playing some random moves, but something like that. And if you respond here, maybe you cannot do too much, because this could bump. But yeah, trying to invade here is definitely good intuition. And if you can just try to take every point, like black is really thick around here, so we should be winning. Question is almost like that. execution. I think here to Kosumi, white can play here, fix the problem, and then you don't have the time to really try to do something right there. And this one actually white can probably jump and be okay, because that one there's here connect. Maybe even this one, but yeah, should be good with this. Take you have here and extend, you just connect. So yeah, something here. Or maybe this one you could also think about like hane it this way. That could be an interesting move. Tari. Block. There's gotta be some really bad stuff happening. Like that, intuition wise, it seems like it's not going to hold, but maybe. I mean, even if you don't going to go like this way, you can simply probably play something like this and still get this side of the board. And because white didn't respond, these stones are quite weak still. So as black, you don't need to worry about invading everything, but if you can just get the left side and cut this off from the right side, is already a gain. So maybe hane it this one could be the best, but yeah, I would think about cutting and hane, because here if you extend and try to live locally, white can just, you give your opponent chances to kill you. And here just need to make sure if you play this that you can live. So it's way less risky to try to play some kind of flexible move rather than this one. But that's just the approach here. And maybe if you just want to live locally, like that's the goal, maybe actually just going on the second line here could be better in this case. Because you can peep like even here. So seems like this is a really like considerable move. Like that one, just crawl, peep here. That simply play these kind of moves and then yeah, jump. Seems like at least there's gonna be something, but maybe here I can cut first as well. Don't extend. Maybe you do peep this way and then jump here. Like there's gotta be some sort of way. What if white L7, L16? So when do you mean? Here? No, second. Oh, okay. So responding this way. Yeah, that you can kind of go on this side. We crawl once more. Also here, do you actually block? Because this looks really bad. I think you need to... But that's painful if you need to jump. Maybe against here, you peep once and then crawl. Let's say attach. Then you can just play something around here. Maybe play this one. Although, don't know if it's really sente. Yeah, something here. This, as black, you should feel pretty good because it's small. You just live here. You can cut off this side from the right, and you can put pressure. If you can live here, this is a successful invasion. Usually invasion points is knights from for K15, so I16. Yes, but in this case, white can probably descend, keep the kind of, yeah, the whole side here, and comparing to this, trying to make some RG around here seems kind of better. So this attachment, I think, was a pretty good move. Yes, so you need to think flexibly in this case. But yeah, here I would try to use maybe more weaknesses around here, so it's a bit of a special case, but as a rule, it's true that when you have four flying stones like this, the invasion point is usually this kind of knight's move on the third line, if you want to have some sort of like set sort of rule. But in this case, I think, yeah, white descends and just keep here. And you don't have any moves after that. Maybe you can just attach, but white extends and you don't bother. So yeah, that was good. Like, I think good intuition. But maybe if you have 1 point to think, it's probably in this position. Because if you invade successfully, you're already too thick overall at the other parts of the board. So I don't know how much you thought around here. Maybe this is about your comment of play too recklessly. But it would be nice if you use the whole kind of time around here. But yeah, this is very counterintuitive. But it seems like interesting in this case. Because you have bad, like, cutting point around here. And then it could also attach here. So, seems a good point. I would say it's unusual. Usually third line is better to invade, but sometimes also when you have this kind of joseki around here, or just say example, if you want to play simply, try to take away influence from this side. This is really a good kind of a approach. Simpler one, flexible. You can kind of ask to your opponent if it wants to just keep the corner, then you can just go on the side, something here, that way. And if this one, you can get the corner, for example. And sometimes, yeah, so here you can play away or try to wedge, so joseki. And then with AIs, there's like stuff with here, so you play this exchange and then you like go back here or whatnot, but I'm not gonna go too much in detail about this. But yeah, second line invasion, especially if you want to poke at like the corners and stuff, it's like good way. Also you see this, so it's a bit different situation, but here second line invasion, you see also this one. Also with maybe in the 3-4 point, you see this as well here with that one. That move right here. So second line invasion is sometimes you need to consider. Can second line invasion be pincered? In this case, it's too bad of RG. Which way do you want to go? Either, I mean, usually this kind of shape isn't really good because black can kind of split in two. So I wouldn't really consider pincer. Usually it's like you want to respond like either way Kosumi or sometimes bump. That's the usual response to like second line invasion. Sometimes you could also kind of knights move this way. If you don't know how to respond, this is usually the way to go. And then with this, like in the game, if black cuts, to give like the opponent less forcing moves as possible, usually it's better to extend, not atari too much. It's another rule you can maybe remember. So when you only attack, you want to give less forcing moves to your opponent, because if your opponent has a lot of forcing moves, it kind of gives chances to have like a living shape. I think I would want to L16. L16, if you can, yeah, maybe play something around here. Could be also interesting. Maybe I still just extend, and then you need to live on the inside. Maybe something here. But white probably takes this stone, and then it seems like now this kind of shape. I think you don't want white to get like this, because it's too spaced, like too big knight's move. You want to have this kind of weak point still here. But yeah, you could also play another plan, just not play anything here. But then there's not much else to play. Yeah, I would go and try to invade. Just because what? Like maybe you could play some move here, but it's just surrounding territory kind of move. It's okay in this case, but usually you want to try to play like moves that are threatening something. So something on bottom. I'm really unsure about this kind of position. Thinking J12 maybe. This will be a bit too timid, and the problem with this move, for example, is like, what do you threaten after? Like, what is the follow-up after this? That's the big problem. Maybe push, you could say. You link up with this. Okay, maybe that. So for example, this you just push and try to have here. Okay, if you push, maybe that's interesting. But then it's kind of giving the bottom side territory. So the problem is the value isn't too clear. And if you're kind of confident of playing simply here and just playing this kind of endgame with Moyo versus Moyo, maybe you could play here. But just as intuition, you need to think that this probably there's something to do. By the way, you have two sets of coordinates. Yeah, so sorry, I'm actually should be playing something like that. Thanks for the comment, Troll. Yes, I've set the dimensions for the review, but when I leave the room, but I'll stay. One move down for black. If you want to play a move that increases here and then limits this side, I think I'll play your move, slack. But then, I mean, you could probably go here. Should be okay as well. Yeah, this is a bit more annoying with like attach maybe as follow up and then also push. Yeah, so one line further down is maybe an idea. Don't think it works because the RG around here is too bad, but when you go kind of in a deep way like this, you need to be careful that white cannot kind of play something like this and maybe cap, surround your stone. Worst case, maybe even shoulder hit and try to kind of take everything, like this honey. But probably this is too bad, RG. Like too many weak points for white. Like here, this one. But yes, black, when you go around here, you still need to consider that maybe white will try to just surround you. And if the plan is just to play some limiting move and then push, then maybe one line further up is a bit more reasonable. But yeah, this would be the cleanest way. Just try to think about how to invade, and then you say, okay, I have way more points. So but yeah, this is why solving a lot of life and death type stuff will help you in this situation especially. And Michael, thank you for the follow. Hope you're enjoying this stream. Yeah, it was a nice game, intricate. Like just here, almost like, I think these moves at the end when you get captured is too much, but this is just intuition, like what moves you can maybe play on the inside to live and whatnot. But this is hard. Like, try to maybe be more flexible. Just worst case scenario, if you can just give up to your opponent a little bit to gain something else. Like, don't try to save everything, but just create some cutting point and have some agi, and then take something else and give up a little bit type thing. So this is a bit heavy. You want to make some forcing moves and then try to play light, if that's a good image. And even this one, probably this moves around here, because that one does this. So yeah, I cannot extend here. I think I should play here, and then you can get on the left side. So something like that. Okay, I'm repeating myself up to this point. And here definitely, so one thing, you need to Atari here. If you play this Joseki, definitely play this one, because it's going to be a big regret when white plays this Hane. And this is 100% sent in now, so there's no reason not to play here. Unless you say, okay, you have one more co-threat. So play this. Yeah. But yeah, sometimes it's the way it goes. But yeah, considering your level, I think you played pretty well. Just almost. That was really good. Good intuition. Could be proud of that move. But then take this away. I think this is really bad here. That one. So yeah. Thank you for the game, intricate. Let me switch to the problem right here. So black to play and kill these stones. So this one is definitely more difficult compared to other days, but the hint would be to use this cutting point, and white has like liberty issues with these group. And then is this also a hint that there's kind of a big wall on the outside, so you can kind of take this eye in a like easier way. So as black, the goal would be to kind of reduce this in like 0 eyes, or sometimes cut here. So give you a few seconds. Yeah, but I understand. Like sometimes it's totally standard to have like a bit down period in terms of motivation. you're not trying to be professional, so it's all good. Just enjoy the game. I think your overall intuition, maybe it's definitely improving bit by bit. Just shape, just try to play good shapes. Like usually that would like fix your problems, and you can then enjoy to kind of create problems for your opponent. So good shapes kind of make or fixes your problems, and then bad shapes create problems, so naturally. So try to aim for that in games, and then that would usually take you pretty far. Okay, so black to play here. I'll start with the right solution and then maybe try to think what are the wrong moves. So here, if you simply just reduce space like jump, that doesn't work because white can keep an eye here, and then cut doesn't work because white can play here, and at the end it's snap back. So you need always to see that this, even if black cuts, white can play here and keep an eye. So you need to relate this cut with something around here. So let's go. So the right move wants to attach. So trying to take away space like the other move. But then the question is, white should block because any other move maybe could think of this in fact. When I think about it, but it's probably the same, yeah, same conclusion. But let's say white blocks here, so just tries to keep an eye here. How would you try to take this eye away? So maybe we could go step by step. So in order to play here, so that one you try to make this far side doesn't work because white can cut here. And then against this, white connects. And you cannot save these. So it doesn't work. So you need to use the fact that black has stones around here and play at e1. If connectors this here, it's dead this way. Even if white plays this one, you cannot capture this stone. There's no net around here. So simply dead because dead shape in free. So basically, against this, white needs to block and try to take. Then you play here. Then white cuts. And you block, connect this stone. And if white tries to go and fix the problem on the corner, black can cut here, make this, and kill the whole group, because this is always one eye, even if white puts a move. So you need to play some sort of move on the bottom side. If white tries to keep this eye by connecting, you can cut in Atari actually. So this is Atari. Here you can take. So, and if white takes, black can just take again, and this is dead. Not enough space. So white's response would be this one. And then here you can actually throw in again. And this one will be problematic because you cannot fix this cut and this cut at the same time. So here you just cut here in Atari and then play this one. So this is why I said liberty problems issues with this group, because when you cut here it's going to be Atari. So that was the meaning behind sacking in 2 stones, throwing again, and if take to fix this you can play here, kill this eye, only one eye in the corner. So hopefully enjoyed this one. Definitely a difficult one comparing to the other days, so it's so good. You can still enjoy the kind of sequence and type of moves that exist. So here to throw in, to cut, or actually, yeah, this one. And this is very common, so to sack into stance and then throwing in here. So I needed to see this, and yeah. White is dead. So after this one, there's not much. So I wanted to say this is kind of the same, because you can connect here, play this, play here to threaten to connect with F1, and if block, you can play the same thing, cut, and then play here. So it doesn't change. The idea is the same. You want to play this sack into stuns and then cut here. Let me see if there's other kind of maybe moves. So attach could be a move you could think. But this one you hane. I think after this is quite hard to... So cut. I think simply you can take this stone this way. And then, yeah, you need to make sure just this cut isn't like atari on this side. And then here you can just always play this snapback and take the eye. So that's not going to work. And even if descend, I think you just go here and shouldn't be working, because now you don't have any cut atari in this area. Against this you just connect. Even this one you can take. That one doesn't work because you can connect simply and then cut. This is not atari with one liberty open. You can still play here. So it seems like trying to do something on this side doesn't work, but you need to attach, fill a liberty for this group and then play here. So yeah, hopefully enjoyed the problem here today, and thanks for all watching me. So I'll be back tomorrow, probably around the same time. Yeah, I'll try to do the warm-up maybe myself and cut it off because it seems a bit too long if I do it this way. And then yeah, hopefully I can play 2 games. That was a tough game today. Yeah, we need to be able to win these games if you want to go up, but it is what it is. Just trying to improve every day. But I feel overall, like in terms of like being consistent, playing like the less mistakes possible, I'm playing okay. And just also this game my judgment was off, so that could be improved. And yeah, thanks for the word snack and all other people here. I'll just post my YouTube channel again if you haven't checked it yet. Be happy if you can go there, like, sub, and comment. So if you want to watch the previous kind of streams and the games over there with commentary, you can go check. So feel free. No big fluctuation in game quality. Yeah, I feel very, I agree with you. In that sense, I feel very kind of consistent in terms of like quality of moves, but it could be better. I know, like that game is kind of the benchmark probably of if you can go up or not. Like these kind of both players don't make too many mistakes, but just take the advantage in the end game, and it's the case for any kind of level. This is why if at some point you're probably going pass through the kind of double digit Q level, like single digits and low single digit, you can start to try to study endgame a bit like more gradually, because that part of the game is how to say, the feedback is almost immediate comparing to other like training with like intuition or reading, stuff like that. And usually reading and endgame is kind of linked, intertwined, so you need to have some sort of base before trying to go there. But if you can actually go through and be single digits, then the end game kind of training will be a bit more efficient. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, anyways, okay, I'll let you guys choose which way you want to go. Thanks for watching today, and yeah, I'll be seeing hopefully you guys tomorrow as well, so around the same time. And bell on Twitch if you want to know what next when I'm live. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.